Hello. Today I will be discussing different equipment that we will use for our film in terms of sound and camera. So first things first, I will snap my fingers and the object will appear. Now, our first piece of equipment is a tripod. Now, what is a tripod? A tripod is the piece of equipment that has to do with the camera. In terms of the camera, what this does is it holds the camera. So, you put the camera on top of the tripod and it will hold it still for however long you want it to be held still for. This will be really useful for our interviews as it will allow us to have a still camera and adjust the different camera angles without having a shaky hand. Now, the good thing about this tripod is that it will allow us to adjust the height of the camera. What I mean by this is that it will allow us to either make the camera shoot from a higher angle or from a lower angle or from an ordinary point of view. As if you extend the legs of the tripod gets higher. And when the tripod gets higher, then the camera will get higher as well. And that's just the basics of how it is. Okay, so then that's the longest that the tripod will go in one stand. And normally you just stand it up, put the camera on it, and then film. Adjust the angle and then film, which will be really useful for documentaries as will normally, not documentaries, sorry, but it will be really useful for the interviews as they will be done through a longer period of time and it's hard to hold the camera still for that amount of time. So a tripod will be very useful for a documentary. Not only this, but when you do the montage shots of time lapses in London, of different objects around where we need the camera to stay still, we can easily just put it on the tripod and just adjust the angle we want and take a video of it. Okay? And that's the use of a tripod. Right? Okay. Next up, so first one is done. Now that we're done with the tripod, it's time to put it to the side. Next object is a camera. Now, what is a camera, you might ask? Well, a camera is a piece of equipment that we use to film things. Objects, people, places, everything. It's just used to film. Now, a camera in our documentary will be really useful because without it, we will not be able to capture any footage that we need for a documentary. So, the camera that we'll be using is a Panasonic HDC TM900. This will be very useful for our documentary as it does capture great image quality and can easily and manually be adjusted to make it look cinematic. Okay? So this is the camera. It will be used to film our interviewees as well as different montage shots for our documentary. And because without this camera, there'd be no such thing as a documentary. I mean, our documentary would not be able to be put together because we'd have no way to capture the images and the videos needed for that particular film. So, there we go. This is the next object done. Now, the next object is a shotgun mic. And what is a shotgun mic, you might ask? Well, it's a type of microphone that is used to record sound. Now this is what the shotgun mic looks like, and this is a somewhat dead cat in terms of it's used to block out any sound of like wind, animals, it's the ambient sound of the place. Now in order for a shotgun mic to work, you have to make sure that the front of the shotgun mic is pointed directly at the person speaking. So if I'm speaking, I would point the shotgun mic like this because the front is the one that captures the sound. Now if I point it there, it's going to capture sound from that side. If I point it here, it's going to capture the sound from that side. And it's important to point it in the direction that the person is speaking because it is a directional microphone. Now this is important for our documentary as the shotgun mic captures really good sound. And it's important to have the shotgun mic because the sound quality is really strong. And in order for our documentary to be successful, we have to have good sound quality as it's what audiences will be hearing in order to tell the story. Because without good sound, how would audiences be able to understand what the interviewees are saying and even process the information that may help them in life, right? Now, we have chosen to use a shotgun mic um, to record our interviewees instead of a lapel mic due to the fact that it actually, based on what we've heard from Mr. Lyman and the different um, online tutorials, this is a really good microphone to use as it captures the sound directly and it can be protected and it will block out any ambient noise that is heard. So all we have to do is put it above the speaker 18 to 24 inches above the chin and it will capture the sound directly, and this will be really good to capture great sound for the interview. So yeah, this is a shotgun mic, and we will be bringing this up further along in this video, so we have to keep it with us. So I will put this down right here for now. Okay. The next object is an H4n. Now what is an H4n, you might ask? Well, an H4n is an external audio recording device that is used to record sound from a microphone. How this works is basically you connect the microphone to the H4n through the use of an XLR cable, which will be shown later on in this video, and then it will pick up the noise coming from the microphone. And it's better to use an external audio device as it captures the best sound possible, and it captures good quality sound, and it has the capacity to have good audio files, and it's really important for a documentary, as we really need to work on and make sure that the sound in our documentary is of a high standard and really good quality, which the H4n allows us to do. The only thing with this external audio device is that we would have to sync it to the actual video, as it's not going to be recorded directly into the camera. However, that is not such a burden to us because it's really important we get the best sound possible, and which will be done through the H4n. Our next object is earphones, but not really earphones, preferably headphones. I don't have a pair with me right now. So what this will be used for is to hear the sound in the H4n. So you put this in the H4n like this, put the earphones in your ears, and then you listen to the sound. This is very important for our documentary, as it will allow us to hear what the interviewees are saying and to hear the quality of the sound, to make sure that it's good sound, that none of the ambient sound can be heard, that their voice can be heard very clearly, very clearly and loudly. And this is really important because if we didn't have headphones and we finished the interview, but then we looked and said, oh, the sound is really bad, that shows badly on our part, and also we'd have to refilm, which will take more time that they might not have. So it's really important that we use headphones for our documentary to listen to the sound, to ensure from the beginning that we are capturing the right and high quality sound. So yeah, that's what these are for. Object is dead cat. What is a dead cat, you may ask? Well, earlier, as I mentioned before, I have mentioned this object before, and a dead cat is what you put on a shotgun mic to ensure that the best sound quality is captured. What I mean by that is that the dead cat is used to block out any sound around the speaker. So it's there to block out any ambient sound that is heard, particularly for outdoor shooting, for wind, because of this protection that it has, it blocks out any other sound and only picks up what is right in front of it, which will be the speaker. So this is really important, especially since we are planning to have outside interview shots, as it will allow us to capture sound, that the voice of the interviewee directly, without the loud wind or even students crossing, anything but the voice of the person. So how the dead cat works is, you get the shotgun mic, which is this. You have to take out the thinner, somewhat dead cat. Okay. Then you put the shotgun mic into the dead cat, and then it records it. So as I said, it blocks out any ambient noise and only captures what's right in front of it. So this will help us capture the best quality sound that we can. Our next object is a boom pole. Now what is a boom pole, you might ask? Well, a boom pole is an object that is used to hold the microphone. So this will be very good for us as it will allow us to capture sound from far away. So all you have to do is open it like this and you see how high this can get. So the microphone will be up here and it's used to record sound from far away. Now this will be done through connecting the microphone in the front but then the XLR to the H4n. So it means that we will be able to capture the voice of the interviewee without the mic and us being right beside them, as the boom pole allows us to extend the microphone far away. Later on in the video I will be showing you how this boom pole works. So yeah, the main use of this boom pole is really to capture sound from far away, as you can hold it from a distance with the microphone still standing out and recording the sound that you need. So this will be very useful in our production, particularly for the interviewees, as we'll hang the microphone on it, we'll hold it from afar, the microphone will be hanging and we'll put it above their chin, right? So yeah. Next object is a mic stand. Now this is a mic stand where we put the shotgun mic in to help record sound. So this will help hold the microphone up while we record the other sound. So how this works is we get the shotgun mic, we put it in here, and then boom, the shotgun mic is held. See? So this is how it be in the interview. It will be held like that, right? So this is just a mic stand. It's just here to hold the Rode mic, particularly, and you can particularly put it on top of the camera itself or on the boom pole, like this. So I will show you how the mic goes on to the boom pole, okay? So first of all, with the boom pole and the mic, so this goes on to the boom pole like this, okay? So now the mic is securely on the boom pole. See, it's not falling out. So this is how we are going to capture the interviews from far away. So this, as like I said, is how you attach the microphone to the boom pole, and it will be held like this above the chin of the interviewees. See, because it can be right there and it's capturing the noise that they hear from down here. Okay? Can even be like this. Hello, but best chances is to be held like this or from the side pointing down to their chin. So see, the mic stand is very important in order to hold this microphone and attach it to the boom pole itself. Now, I will leave this like this because we'll need this for future demonstrations. Now for the last object in this section. What's the last object? It is an XLR cable. Now what is an XLR cable? Well, an XLR cable is exactly what it says. It's a cable. But this is a cable that can be used to record and capture the sound. Now it won't really capture the sound itself, but it will allow the sound from the mic to go to the H4n itself. Now, this will be very useful for our documentary, as this XLR cable allows us to capture the sound without having to be directly where the sound is coming from. What I mean by that is that the microphone could be even like a mile, not a mile away, but far away from us, and we could still be recording the sound from that microphone. Now this would be very useful for our interviews with the professional interviewees, as it would mean that they would not have to hold the H4n themselves, because we have a long cable that we can be able to be the ones to hold the H4n and the mic, and they could just be sitting there. You will not see any trace of microphone or any trace of recording device, as this allows us to be far away from them and yet still be able to record high quality sound, as this allows high quality sound to transfer from the mic to the H4n. Now I will demonstrate how we use the XLR cable. So first, we have the microphone. the Rode mic. Shotgun mic, directional mic, Rode mic, okay? So we connect one end of the XLR cable to the microphone, like this. Okay, we connect it like this, and then we get the other end, and then we connect it into the H4n. So the H4n, let's put this microphone down. Then we get the H4n, we put it in one side of the H4n, like that, and there you have the XLR cable. So I can keep the H4n and send this microphone away from me, and it will still capture the right sound. See, I can reach it all the way to you and still be standing right where I am now, due to this amazing device, the XLR cable. So that's all for our session. Tune in for possibly another session for the equipment we'll use for the lighting. So thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video.